Good morning, Kaushal, Rakesh, and their team. So, in the meantime, let them join. No problem. Okay, it is left to them. So, if they have done already, no problem. Otherwise, let them see in the free time. Okay. So, this was the point we left yesterday or in our previous session about the packing efficiency, effective overlap, effective packing, efficient packing, perfect packing. So all these will explain about the packing efficiency. How much close particles are. So how much gap is left. The minimum gap left means it is the best packing. More gap is left means it is not a good packing. Okay. So whether it is a hexagonal close packing or cubic close packing or FCC, whatever may be the type of packing. So if the percentage of gap is less, that is the best packing. Okay. So today's topic of discussion is that only, that is packing efficiency. And this packing efficiency depends on what? Arrangement of atoms and type of packing. Okay, so I told you, no, the best packing is less gap. Hmm? Okay, so next point is this today's topic with a fresh slide. So in terms of equation, so packing efficiency is equal to number of atoms into volume occupied by one share, that is one particle, by total volume of unit cell into 100 in terms of percentage. That means out of the total volume available for packing, how much they have taken volume. Okay, that you have take out the ratio, and that ratio is multiplied by 100. That gives you the percentage of packing. Okay, and we take some examples and we discuss the percentage of packing or packing efficiency. So let us take SCP and CCP structures. Okay, right, and this is what, this is a CCP structure or FCC structure. Both are same. Cubic close packing or face centered cubic close packing. Okay, right. Now you please concentrate on this face, A, B, C, D face. Okay, so B, this at the center, this is one particle which is there on this face ABCD. Okay, so on the ABCD, the particle is at the center. This is the center particle, and this is A. A is there on the corner, one of the 8 corners, and C is one more particle, one of the 8 corners. So two corners out of 8 are shown, and one particle, one full particle. Okay, so it is shown on the face ABCD. Okay, so that is what we understand CCP or FCC structure. Okay, why? Because first we have to calculate the volume of the cube, FCC cube or CCP cube, and in that how much close they are packing, that is separate. So that by this division into 100, that gives the packing efficiency, right? Please here. So ABCD face, okay, ABCD face, AC square equal to BC square plus AB square, strictly according to the Pythagoras theorem of mathematics. So by joining the center of this A, C via center 1, so this becomes what? Diagonal of or hypotenuse, diagonal of this face or the hypotenuse of ACD triangle. This is a right angle triangle we'll get. So these two are adjacent side, and this is the hypotenuse. So please make use of your 10th class Pythagoras theorem. That only I made here. So AC square equal to BC square plus AB square. Uh, some sound is coming. Kindly restrict your noise. I think it is Shivang. My laptop is saying Shivang joined. Thank you very much. Okay. So since AC equal to B and BC equal to AB equal to A, please see AC equal to B. Sorry, AC equal to B. What is AC equal to B? This is taken one length. Okay, AC equal to B length. What notation? Then BC equal to AB equal to A. What is BC? BC equal to AB equal to A. Why A? A is taken the edge. This is length of a unit cell or edge. So this is a perfect cube, you know. So all are A only, A, everywhere A only. So AB also equal to A, and AD also A, and DC also A, everything is A. So this is hypotenuse B. Okay, right. Now, so AC square equal to BC square plus AB square. What is AC square? AC equal to B, no? So B square equal to A square plus A square. Both are the sides of the cube. Both are same A only. So A square, A square. So what is B square equal to? Simple mathematics, 2A square. So what is B equal to? Square root of 2A square. So A square becomes A after the square root. So root 2, let us not keep in the decimal. So we will keep root 2 as it is. So B equal to root 2A. Right? So also edge B in terms of radius R equal to B equal to 4R. What is B equal to 4R? What is why B equal to 4R? So this is one circle, sphere, one particle. Okay. This is what? This is half of the diameter, 1R. This is full diameter, 2R. Again, this is half diameter or the radius. So 1R here, 1R here, and 2R here. Diameter together it is 4R. That is shown here. So B equal to what? 4R. So from 1 and 2. So in place of B, now we will take 4R. So 4R equal to root 2A. Or what is A equal to? A equal to what? A equal to 4R by root 2. Okay. 4R by root 2 and multiply by root 2 numerator, denominator, and after simplification using the thirds chapter of mathematics or the law of indices and the exponents chapter, multiplying numerator by denominator by root 2, that all you please recall. So A is equal to 2 root R. A equal to 2 root R. Now as there are 4 spheres in CCP, please see how many particles are there in this unit cell. There are 8 corners occupied by the 8 spheres. 8 spheres are there, agreed. But what is the contribution of this one sphere towards this unit cell? Towards this unit cell, it is 1/8. It is 1/8 contribution. Okay. So 1/8 of this, like that 1/8 of 8. So 1/8 of 8 equal to 1. Okay. So that means in this unit cell, because of the 1/8 contribution of the 8 corners, it is 1 unit cell contribution and one full contribution from one face. How many faces is there? There are totally 6 faces are there. What is the contribution of this particle towards this unit cell? It is half only, because this sphere is shared by this unit cell and the neighboring unit cell. So the contribution of this sphere towards this unit cell is what? Half only. So how many half are there? 6 half are there. So half into 6 what? 3. So 3 spheres contribution plus 1/8 of 8, 1 contribution, totally 4 spheres are there in this CCPR FCC unit cell. Okay. So now that is written here. As there are 4 spheres or the 4 particles in CCP structure unit cell, so the total volume occupied by them will be 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. What is 4 by 3 pi r cube? This is the volume of a sphere. Mathematics formula, circle. Okay. So therefore 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Also the total volume of a cube is length cube, edge length cube. No, what is the edge length side? It is a cube. So total volume of the cube is a cube. Okay. So what is a here? A is 2 root 2. So volume of the cube equal to a cube, that is equal to 2 root cube. Sorry, 2 root r cube. So therefore packing efficiency will be, so this is what? This is the total volume it is having. Out of total volume, how much volume is taken by the sphere is, it is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is taken in the next step. So packing efficiency equal to volume occupied by the 4 sphere, that is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, by total volume, that is a cube. A equal to 2 root 2 r cube into 100. That gives you 16 by 3 pi r cube by 16 root 2 r cube. After simplification, it is 74%. So what is the packing fraction or the packing efficiency or the packing percentage in the CCP or the FCC? It is 74%. So what are the examples here? It is beryllium atom, magnesium atom or all the metallic crystals will have this type of packing. Okay. So in this way, we will calculate the packing efficiency. Now packing efficiency in the BCC, body centered cubic structure, and this is the body centered cubic structure. So in the body centered cubic structure, that is BCC, all 8 corners are occupied by 8 spheres and one exactly at the center of the body. Okay, so contribution of this sphere is 1/8 once again. So 1/8 of 8, so it is 1 only. So one sphere and one at the center, totally 2 spheres. So number of spheres, number of particles for the BCC is what? 2. Okay, 1/8 of 8 and one full at the center. Now you have to concentrate on this area, this face, that is FHBC and ADEG, two opposite faces you concentrate. Okay, so this is the one corner sphere particle, another corner sphere. Okay, so this is the sphere of the front face and this is the sphere of the back face, and they have joined so that it goes via body center. That is the body. So the purpose of joining these two is what? It goes via the body center sphere. Okay. So that is taken as AF here. And this is FD. Again, this is what? What? Right angle triangle. Again, we will apply same theorem. That is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So in the triangle EFD, where is EFD? So this is EFD. This is actually A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So this is what? EFD. Right angle triangle. Similar triangle here also. AFD. Okay. So B square equal to A square plus A square. Same. What is B square here? So this is what? Entire, this is B. So B square equal to what? A square into one more A square. Right? So same, B equal to root 2A. Now in the triangle AFD, C square equal to what? A square plus B square. Where is AFD? Sorry, AFD is here. So this is what? AFD. What is C square? Hypotenuse, it is B square plus one more, this one B square. Or it is taken as A square plus B square. Both are different, you know. So it is A square plus 2A square. Okay. So that gives you, because B is this root 2A whole square, root 2 A into A, 2A square, A square plus A square, it is 3A square. So what is C square here? C square is 3A square. Where is C square here? What is C here? This is C. This is C in the AFD via the body centered cube, that particle. Okay. So C square equal to what? C square equal to 3A square according to the Pythagoras theorem. Now C equal to root 3A. What is C equal to? C equal to once again 4R. Why 4R? 1R here as usual in the previous example. 1R here and this is diameter 2R, totally 4R. So C equal to 4R. The 4R taken here only. So 4R is equal to what? 4R equal to root 3A. Okay. Now what is R equal to? What is R equal to? R equal to, it is root 3A by 4. Again multiplied by root 3. That is taken here. Okay. So as there are 2 atoms in the BCC structure, so the volume of constant particles. So one radius is root 3 by 4A. Okay. So there are 2 spheres, in the BCC. One at the center, one because of 1/8 of 8, totally 2. So 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Now, packing efficiency equal to volume occupied by 2 spheres because of the BCC, and total volume. What is total volume? It is 4 by root 3 r whole cube. Then 2 times half of sphere, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So please simplify. That gives you 68%. Okay, this is not there for you. Extra I have taken. So very close to 68% multiple 100. That is separate. Don't take this part. Okay. So it is what? 68%. That means what is the percentage of packing in the BCC? It is 68. Earlier was what? CCP, FCC, that was 74. Now I told less the gap. more the best packing. So this is 68 packing, that is 78, that is 74 packing. So packing is more in the FCC. So if you compare CCP or FCC with BCC, so it is FCC or CCP is the best packing. Okay. Now this is a simple cubic lattice. Only on the corners. Only on the corners. Okay. Right. It is 1/8 of 8. Only one. Only one. So volume occupied by one sphere, 4 by 3 pi r cube, and total volume of unit cell, it is 8 r cube. Okay. See, please here 8 r cube. Why 8 r cube? So this is 1 r. So 1 r, 1 r, 1 r, 1 r, 8 r there. Okay. That's why. So 8 r cube. 1/8 of 8, no? That r. So 8 r cube. Okay. Right. So 4 by 3 pi r cube by 8 r cube. R cube argument cancels and 4 by 3 8 you simplify. Multiply by 100 plus 100. That gives you 52.4. Still less. So simple cubic is 52. Whereas BCC is 68 and this what CCP is 74. So among the three, the best packing is it is CCP. Okay, right, or FCC. So significance of packing efficiency. Packing efficiency holds importance in following ways. Number one, it defines the structure of solid. It will tell exactly how much packing is there. So depend upon the packing, keep in mind the repulsions, lattice is made. So structure and the structure of solid is determined. It specifies different properties of solids such as density, consistency, isotropy. That is property, isotropy, anisotropy are studied by the packing efficiency. So you can draw one line through the structure. So whether a pattern is repeated different, accordingly we go for the isotropy or anisotropy, or whether consistency is there in the property due to the packing or not. All those are understood from the packing efficiency. That's why it is very important. Several attributes of solids can be derived with the help of what? Packing efficiency. So the more close means more bonding, less, more energy. So more boiling point, more dense. So all those some properties we can say explained using the packing efficiency. So this is what, this is the importance or significance or the role of packing efficiency in the solid state. Now this is regarding calculations involving the unit cell dimensions. In that not all are there. One is there, that is about the density. Okay. So the density of unit cell equal to mass by volume as usual. Okay. So mass of one atom equal to y. What is the mass of one atom? It is the molar mass by the number of using the Avogadro theorem. Okay. So all this is using the Avogadro concept. So therefore density of unit cell equal to n into m. So what is n into m here? N into m is the mass of unit cell. So mass of unit cell is taken depend upon the number of spheres in that and mass of one particular. So that is called n into m by a cube. So that is what mass by volume a cube. That is called mass of unit cell n into m. If you divide by volume, that gives the density of that unit cell. Okay. So n into m divided by Na number of particles, that is using the Avogadro law. So this is for one unit cell, like how many are there in that, how many particles are there, entire. So that is taken. So in total, the density of unit cell becomes what? N into m, that is the mass of unit cell by the number of particles using the Avogadro number, that is a cube into Na, that is gives you the total what? Mass by volume, that is the density. Okay, so now this is what structure of a simple cubic bodies already have seen. Okay, so this is the density of the simple primitive unit cell. So 1 into m by a cube into Na. Why 1 here? So it can contribute only one sphere. So 1 is taken here. So whereas in the body centered 2 are there. Why 2? 1/8 of 8 and 1 at the body 2, and face centered 1/8 of 8 on each face 1 half into 6. So 3 plus 1 4. So formula remains the same. This 4 2 1 that is the number of what particles in particular in cell. Okay, all that is taken. Okay, so this is what directly I have taken from the textbook. Very easy. So kindly go through. So you can solve very easily using the density equal to mass by volume. So already density is given. So accordingly n number, because why it is 4 here, because it is which center, it is FCC. Okay, and into 60. So what is 60 here? So mass, molar mass. Okay, into a cube into molar. So we got a number. So therefore after the cross multiplication, so everything after I wrote here, after evaluating, we get the edge length, the length of that FCC to be 4 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. That is in the micro, highly microscopic, very small. So in this way, we can calculate the edge using the density formula. So all these are required. So this is also an example I have taken from the textbook only. So once we understand textbook examples, then we can go for the textbook end examples. So KBr or potassium bromide has density 2.75 gram per cubic centimeter, and the edge length of its unit cell is 654 picometers. Prove that KBr is face-centered cubic structure. So that means he want to say that whether 4 are there or not. That is the idea behind this numerical. So we have edge length of unit cell equal to 654 picometer. Edge length, that is small a r. Okay. So in terms of the centimeter, it is 6.54 into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Okay. Now, therefore, volume of unit cell equal to what? 6.54 into 10 to the power minus 8 cube. Because once we know the edge, so it is a cube. So cube is what? It is a cube or edge cube. So 6.54 into 10 to the power minus 8 cube. So this is the I have taken. So molar mass of potassium bromide using the table. So separately potassium, separately bromine you add, that gives you the molar mass of potassium bromide KBr equal to 119. So that is taken here. Okay. So density of KBr is given in the numerical only. So this is calculated. This is also calculated. This is given in the numerical only, and using some tables we have done this KBr, all those. So now, so density equal to mass by volume. So what is mass of unit cell equal to n into m? What is n here? So n equal to what? N equal to how much? N equal to what is n here? Number. So for the that only you have to calculate. To prove that it is a what is the question here? Question is prove that KBR depicts face-centered FCC. So n you have to keep as it is. So you just cross multiply. Okay. What suddenly it came? So evaluating, we get value of n equal to 3.09. That is taken approximately as 4. So because this one particles are not in the fraction, they are in the round. So it is taken as round 3.4. So kindly check whether it is 3.99 or 09. So I have done with normal calculation. So using your calculator, so you please calculate. So that gives you the answer which is close to the 4. So I have taken n equal to 4. So because n equal to 4, number of particles equal to 4 in the unit cell, so 4 is, it is because of FCC only. That proves that it is FCC. In this way, we can prove it. Okay. Now, this is imperfections in solids. Yeah. So this is, see, whenever we make a solid in the laboratory by reacting certain chemicals, precipitate is formed. Okay. So after the precipitate, we go for purification, and again we go for the crystallization. So all these techniques we follow in the laboratory. So sometimes we follow standard condition or standard operating procedure SOP, or sometimes in a hurry we do. So what happens during the preparations? So solids will go for the crystal lattice during the crystallization. So whether you have gone for the faster rate of crystallization or moderate rate of crystallization or slow rate of crystallization, or temperature was supporting, pressure was not supporting, pressure was there, temperature was very high. So all these actual conditions, sometimes we don't get a perfect solids. Agreed. Crystallization, particles will join, crystal is formed. Agreed, no doubt. But sometimes due to the rate of crystallization and due to some wrong method we follow, okay, so certain defects are formed in the structure, and it's not that much minor so minor defects. Okay, so though we are excellent, so I have done 99% excellent only. 1% mistake I do, that mistake is taken, and you are given punishment, no? So in some schools, depend upon the rules and regulations, like that. Crystals are 100% almost perfect only. Somewhere one particle will be not exactly fit in the line, so or in the point. So those imperfections we see in the solids, and they are called as what? Defects. Okay. So minor defects, very minor. So very minor defects are some small imperfections we see. So they are called as what? Imperfections in the solids or defects in the solids, and that is the point of discussion today. And I think this is the last point we are going to discuss in the solid state. Okay. So what is a defect, or it is what imperfection? I said, no. So it is given here. So the defect which arises due to the irregularity in the arrangement of atoms or ions or molecules, which are maybe general or particle, are called defects or the point defects. If the defect is there in the point only, some lattice point, it is called a point defect. If the defect is in the entire line, for example, in the cube, the entire line, majority of the defect is found in the line only, it is called line defect. So, depend upon the structure defect, line defect, point defect, but defects are there. Okay, some minor defects are there. So, they are called what? Imperfections in the solids or the in the crystals or the in the lattice. Okay, but in the 12th class, we don't discuss about the line defect, we discuss only about the point defects. Okay, so we pinpoint only on the point defects. So, in the point defects, again, there are three types: stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects, and impurity defects. So stoichiometry means what? In the 11th class first chapter, stoichiometric calculations we learnt. So here stoichiometry is maintained. So as per the formula, stoichiometry is maintained. So here and there small problems are there. So they are called what? Keeping the stoichiometry intact. If some defects are there in the point, they are called what? Stoichiometric defects. Whereas in the non-stoichiometric defects, stoichiometry is slightly disturbed. Sodium chloride, it is 1:1 or 6:6. Sometimes what happens here, 6:7 or 6:5.9. So that means certain stoichiometry slight disturbance is there. So that is called what? Non-stoichiometry. So defects and impurity. Sometimes impurity is added, or it will come automatically during the crystallization. So when I make sodium chloride, small fraction 0.01% of magnesium may be there in the NaCl. So that will give some defect, and those are called as what? Impurity defects. Even in the case of iron, when you go for iron extraction from the hematite, so some small percentage of carbon may be there. So due to reduction technique we follow in the second step of metallurgy, so that percentage will give some defect in the iron metallic bonding or the metallic crystal. So that is called what? Impurity defects. So due to some impurity addition or forming, so defects are there, no? So those are called what? Imperfections or defects in the impurity, and those are called as what? Impurity defects. Okay. So depending upon the type of the defect, we classify these three categories. Now first what? Stoichiometric defects. So my Webex is saying automatically it will wind up. So in just 1 minute, so I think we'll end up our session here only. So in detail with the diagram, we discuss tomorrow. That is Friday. So by Friday, we will wind up this chapter. As per our calculation, 1 week time was there, no? So Monday was our PT. So you are busy, and Saturday one extra day. So out of 7, 3 minus. So in the 4 days, so we have done this very easy chapter, solid state. So in the days to come, we will discuss with the diagram. So before it winds up automatically, so I am only concluding the session. So thank you very much. Today my co-host Rakesh helped me in joining his team. So how many joined I don't know, because I don't want to see that list. Anyway, if it is practice is there from their side, I'm very happy. Ultimately, whether it is from our side or your side or someone's side, you should have touch with the subject content. So once it is there, you can face exam aram se. Okay, either with your friend circle or with any source or with me or with anyone. So be ready for the November examination. That is the main purpose behind our discussion. So with this, I am going to conclude. Thank you one and all. Special thanks to Kaushal and the Rakesh. So thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll wind up this chapter by discussing defects in the solids. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.